ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Red Grim Gaming. Tachanka coming in loud with the reference. Thank you. It is in fact SpongeBob SquarePants, and I don't know how many people are forgetting that. Apparently people are forgetting a lot of things these days, and it's getting weird. But how are you doing today, sir? I am here to stream loud and proud some Subnautica in a moment when I'm done with my setup. Need to get a chat monitor up here. Mama Croc, never watched the show and yet I still know the song. Doesn't everybody? Who doesn't know who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Tachanka says he's good. How are you doing, Mama Croc? Getting closer to doubling down on that title of yours. Okay. Trying to make sure I have enough things set up. Might have to close that curtain because my lighting's a little fucky. Doing all right, getting fatter by the day. I mean, that's part of the system, isn't it? Part of that whole being a mom thing. Yeah. But I'm glad to hear that you're at least doing well. Hopefully you're not getting too bored without us. Here. Dropping a few going live notifications everywhere for everyone to find. Fingers crossed somebody actually cares. But I doubt it, and that's fine. I got you guys, my actual community of people who give a shit. I'm definitely going stir crazy, not allowed to do much exercise, and now I got a weight limit? What? During a pregnancy? Like, huh? How's that supposed to be a thing you can put a lot of control to? Casually wearing a hoodie at 24 degrees. I gotta kind of brain that out for myself here. Um, I mean, I'd wear a hoodie in that, I think. What was that, like 75? You're not allowed to lift over a certain weight. Well, that's much more understandable. For a minute, I thought they were gonna be like, you can't get over like you can't be over like 170 pounds. Like it's just not allowed. No, we don't care how big the baby gets as it develops. Mama Croc says she also wears hoodies all year round. I mean, I do too. Probably not today, because around here, in lovely weather not decided Ohio, it's bouncing around between 80 and probably around 75 degrees, which is what I'm 74 degrees is kind of what I'm braining, 24 degrees Celsius. Because you're a UK boy. And you guys use all the wrong measurements. I think there's only two other countries who use the imperial system for that joke to really scoot under the not landing anywhere. See, it's probably easier for you, because that picture of you is kind of like a skinny kid. Not skinny, but like, you know, like an average build. You're not like a big heavy guy like me. Heat fucking kills a heavy guy like me. I'd still wear a hoodie in about 75 degrees. I think I could still manage. Now I am going to get the game booting up and loading, so you guys are going to start hearing some shh. Uh-oh. Yeah? Oh, okay. Apparently, I, need some updates. Mama Croc says, comedian once said, if you are America and you know the metric system, 85% chance you're a drug dealer. Or an auto mechanic. They work with metric all the time. As per usual, don't hesitate to let me know if anything's amiss. Sound-wise, stream-wise. Yeah, American, I figured. I didn't say it, but I'll claim to have figured that out mentally, without admitting I didn't have it. I just gotta add my gamepad here, because I'm a chump who doesn't play mouse and keyboard. PC misery race over here. Let's head on over to the game screen. Ah, Subnautica. You lovely, lovely thing, you. Oh, except my Xbox turned on, so now that's covering the computer tab. Can't wait till I have, like, a nice small office I can work from and do this, so that I don't look like a weirdo getting up and moving all around the room. Also, need to set me up this nice and upright, so I look nice and proper. We're going to be continuing. So last time on Subnautica, we crash landed on the planet. We've discovered pretty much everybody's dead. Shocker. And we need to look for our sister at a place called the Phi Robotics Lab. Since we found Delta Base, we got attacked by a lady in a prawn suit with a big sword on it for some reason. Some kind of big game fish hunter. And I will casually admit to you guys that I'm not enjoying Below Zero as much as I enjoyed the first one so far. I don't feel as... driven by the exploration, I guess. It kind of feels like everything's plotted out for you already. Other developments that happened off screen is I was able to build the sea truck, I think. Unless I forgot to save, which is fine, I guess. That was only more work than I wanted it to be. No, I gotta have the sea truck. It's here somewhere. There you are. I don't know why that didn't show up on my radar behind the walls. We have a sea truck. I've got a little base going.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Got all these posters I stole. I have a mustache grooming kit. You know how important that is. And we've got a jukebox with JT music on it that I'm not going to play again because I don't know if I got a copyright strike, but I'm sure I could get one really easy. Gotta love the fun indifference of DMCA. And by indifference, I mean they don't really know the difference between what is and isn't okay. I heard people were getting copyright strikes just for singing on their streams. Which is just absolutely fucking ridiculous. That's depressingly bad. Now, I need to build a modification station. Because I need to start improving some of my equipment so that I can actually do some of the deep dive stuff. Because right now I can't even pass 200 meters depth. Trouble with that is, I need to find me some kind of diamond. Which means I need to build me some kind of penguin spy? I could build a little robo-penguin thing. And I was told by a friend that you can get some diamond on the Delta Island area. I need to throw that away. Needs to not eat up space. But I need to build the little spy penguin. Modification station would be a great name for a vanity. Is that not what other people call it? I kinda thought that was the play on words here. You could technically call a plastic surgeon that, too, if you were really in the mood for just making everything humorous video game references. I do also have a fan going. Let me know if you can hear that, because you shouldn't. For the mod station, I need diamond. And then for the chubby-ass spy penguin, I need to find some silver, and I think I have rubber sitting behind. Oh, I was actually just in the storage. Hi, Fred! Welcome to the stream! Subnautica boy, you say? Mama Croc says open a tattoo parlor and call it that, the modification station. That doesn't sound too bad. You'd have to cyberpunk everything, though. You'd really need to lean into it. Into the novelty of it. Really make it sell. Alright, so I need to find one more silver, and then I need to collect the bits to make some rubber. So that I can make a spy penguin, because that's a thing. And then go to Delta Island, where supposedly I can get diamond hidden somewhere that only the little penguin can go. Even though, like, I don't know, they don't seem that much bigger than me. The penguins, or they're smaller than me, I should say. Said that a little backwards. Sorry. And how are you doing today, Fred? I hope work is going well. Everything just nice and smoothly, no issues. Maybe a drink or two, who knows? The law office, I assume it's non-stop parties. Take a couple of these, because I'm sure I'll need rubber for something else. Oh, why is my inventory always full? Oh, right, I don't need that. Okay, that's good. Back in the truck. I also haven't encountered any, like, pants-shitting terrors down here. And don't really feel the oppression. The lonely, like, world out to kill you feeling I got from the original Subnautica. There's a data pad. There's 2 data pads.
Warning, passing 100 meters.
Ah, yeah. Can't breathe down here. Grab these sea truck logs. That's just a fragment of the sea truck. Let's see, there's always issues. The party is Thursday, closing early and going for tacos. Nice! Where are you going? I don't think there's anywhere you could go for tacos that I wouldn't approve of, but might as well throw it out there. Might as well ask, you're here, right? It's all chance for copper. You should be chance of silver. Don't need titanium, I'll come back to that. Wait, what am I doing? I have a weird, like, mineral scanner thingy. I could be cheating this. Oh god, there's a shark monster. Get this thing. Get in the thing. Fucking shark monsters. Skulking around like they own the place just because they can eat me with a single bite. Ooh, I didn't find this either. At Seoul, and you'll be there for the drinks. Well, you might as well be there for something. I've only found a few places that really do tacos in a way I like. High capacity O2 tank. That's gonna be super useful. Builder fragment? No, wait, I already have that. Waters! We need waters. Wait, I don't have the technology of windows yet? Okay. Be that way, game. Didn't realize it. You take it easy there, Fred. I'll be overdoing it with them cocktails now. Be trucking along.
Warning.
Oh, shit.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
This is what I mean, like, none of my equipment, including the big submersible truck thing that I've got, is built to get down deep enough where I can really do some exploring. You'll call if you need a ride? Okay, I will have my phone on me Thursday night, and I will make sure I'm available. Croxus can't wait to have wine again. I mean, like, you could. You shouldn't, but you could. We got here. The rebreather! Oh, sweet. Okay, well now that'll change things. High capacity tank and the rebreather are like everything I needed. I'm so happy I came over here. Randomly. And not at all doing what I actually came here to do. Which was get silver. Back in the truck. Alright, so we're gonna double back and see if we can't build us a rebreather. I do love the environment design so far, although the biomes seem a little small. Like you can traverse them so quickly. I can also say none of them are dark and spooky so far. Like those blood kelp fields in the first game, where everything was all ghost-skinned. Even the trees. Well, the whatever. Underwater plants. Let's see if I can get the rebreather and the high capacity tank already. Those would be game changers. I need the stand. Oh, I have everything in my pocket right now. I just need to pop off my old tank. Can't? What? You do it in the last game? Oh, I don't have enough room. Well, good thing I'm thirsty. What? Do I seriously? Like, don't make me make a second one. That's dumb. And then the rebreather mask needs a wiring kit, because of course it does. Make the rubber, clear a little more space in the inventory. Oh yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. What if I still just didn't have enough? There we go. Okay, I still didn't have enough space. High capacity tank. Hell yeah. Looks nothing like the picture. But we have double the air now. So I need 4 silver. What the hell do I need to make fiber mesh? Not synthetic fibers, fiber mesh. Just creep vine samples? Sweet. So I need a couple creep vine samples, 2. And 4 silver. That's what I'm leaving this place for now. Let's drop everything we don't need in the meantime here. We got a spare battery, which I'm going to keep with me. Assign that guy. Because you can locate stuff. Alright, back to it. I need 2 synthetic fibers for that. Or just 1 fiber mesh. 1 fiber mesh, no synthetic fibers. We're not doing that. We're not at that level. Oh, yes. The sea truck can still perform sick jumps. Up here. Take it 2? Yeah, okay. So that's all we need of that. Now we just need to find a whole ton of silver. Which is really not easy. Darkness! Und was ist das? Das ist Subnautica. Below Zero. My German isn't that good anymore, but I am going to be playing with Duolingo. Almost fucked that up. And start refreshing here in the next week or so. And Voss is spelled with a W, but I think it's a W. And not a V. What are you? You look like you're part of the... Let's just look at it. Oh, mobile vehicle bay. Now, these outcrops don't contain silver, despite the ass-numbing amount of them you can find. I think these are the ones that have silver. You know, sometimes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
You know, the AI is probably one of the more annoying things. In the last game, it was very succinct. Everything was very quick. It spit it out, and you're done. Like, now everything's just all full sentences, and it just kind of gets droning in your ear after playing for a while. Not that one, that's Galena. I need the ones that look like shale outcrops from the first game. They reused some stuff. I'm also gonna grab any of that if I see it, just because it's good for computer chips. And it's very rare in this game for some reason. Fun. And how are we? Oh. Have you gotten the passive-aggressive dueling that just spams notifications every now and again? Oh. Duoling. No. I had one... The one I have is called Duolingo. I don't know if that's the same one you're thinking of. And that's like a free app. And yeah, it does spam you with some notifications, but it's usually reminding you that you're trying to learn a language. Yay, lead. I got enough of that in me bum. Yep. Sharky boy. You getting grumpy. Grumpy all you want. I'll just ram you with my sea truck. Oh, it is Duolingo? Oh, let's see. Fred says, did you get me cookies? I did not. I am sorry. I forgot you asked for cookies, because we had that whole weird discussion that put me in, like, a very different headspace. And I did not remember the cookies at all. There was something else you sent me, too, that I also can't remember. That had nothing to do with that conversation. Are you biting? Oh, hell no. Okay, you're getting rammed. Oh! Fuck you, shark boy. Go find Lava Girl in hell. Seriously? Wow. I mean, you put me in an awkward position because we were in a very, like, I guess kind of revealing conversation about the affairs of the world in text message. For those of you who don't know, and I won't spoil with any answers, but apparently Fred texted me, asking me a question. Because she was reading an article that said 39% of the United States population can't name a concentration camp from World War II. I find that very hard to believe. Like I could understand maybe they don't get what you're asking at first, or something like that. That wasn't that big of a question. It just made me think, like, a lot about... Like, how do people forget that kind of thing?
Warning, passing 100 meters.
And I guess I shouldn't be super surprised that, like, a lot of people would, but over one third of the population? That strikes me as strange. I can't buy that, I guess. Mama Croc says, I can name a couple. Now, can I spell them correctly? Doubtful. Yeah, I couldn't spell them correctly either, but I named like 5, I could name like 5 off the top of my head. Most of which were, sub-camps of Auschwitz, but... Just to spoil one there, but... Like... I still knew them. Like, is there anyone in the chat who doesn't know what we're talking about? Or doesn't think they could name one outside of the one I just named? Oh! We got darkness dropping some. And it's rare in this game for some reason. Well, in the last game you were in a tropical environment, now you're in an Arctic area. And since coral is a tropical organism, I can get that, I guess. It's just table coral was this unassuming piece of the game, and now all of a sudden it's harder to find than silver. Although I guess I'm finding it all over now that I'm in this area with the deep dive tank. I mean, that's a fair point. I don't have an issue with people changing up their games, but just some things just seem like pointless changes. Yeah, we need one more silver. Not 39%, says Fred. Well, what percent was it then? 30-anything percent sounds too high to me of people who can't name one.
Warning.
I could maybe understand if Tachanka or Darkness here, being younger guys, maybe not really a field of study they've gotten into. I'm getting chomped on again. Dude, fuck off. Okay? Don't break my sea truck. Not a percent. The majority of people younger than 39. My grandpa was kept at Stalag work camp as a POW, says Mama Croc. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that text then. That's still, like, to say most of any age group can't name one seems very strange to me. 90%... Not 90, that's an obnoxious overcompensation there, but like 30% of Netflix's documentaries are all World War II themed and around the heinous atrocities performed and where they happened. Because I'm pretty sure the whole weird bundle of people who deny that any of it happened aren't young. They're older folks. Let's see. Darkness says, one question. How big are you on in-game decapitation and dismemberment? Because my game is going to have that, and not the generic cutting off of limbs. No, literally cutting your enemy in half from head to toe. That sounds frickin' awesome. If you can really work that out and get it put in, then that sounds very awesome. Brett says a lot of people don't believe it happened. I know, and it's really, really weird. It's really weird. Thankfully, none of them have credible jobs where where they can actually make an impact based on these issues. Like, none of them are running any history museums or anything. Then I'd be afraid for the world. Darkness says, yeah, the people who don't believe it happened are the same people who ate Tide Pods. They're not, though. The young people ate the Tide Pods. It's weird older folks with interesting predilections towards certain people and their cultures.
The rebreather
Omicron says, I can get not
extensive
wanting it to ever
free
happen
diving
because it was
by
horrific, but
recycling
to
air
completely
more
deny that it
efficiently at
did. Yeah,
significant depths. Breathe
I
the
literally
freedom.
got nothing for that. Okay, so now we can dive deeper. Got that worked out. Now I gotta figure out how to finish the spy penguin. I need one more silicone rubber, which is in the vault behind me. And I need, like, one more silver. Yeah. I didn't want to come back too soon, but my ship's getting all danged up. That was a fun way to say that, Leon. Why? Getting all danged up. Dinged up was the word I was thinking of, but, you know, my redneck slipped. Historical accuracy is apparently null and void in the eyes of the people who deny it. I don't even think they're concerned with that. They're just concerned with what... I don't know. What should not be forgiven. I haven't really looked into what their cause is, because it... like, what their cause for believing that is. Because it just sounds ridiculous. It's actually, like, I think of them beneath flat earthers. At least flat earthers want to start an interesting conversation about how dumb people can be when it comes to understanding science. But like, there's still people around today who lived through a lot of that because they were kids when it happened. People are self-absorbed, totally concerned with themselves and the here and now, says Fred. And I don't, to be honest, I don't have a super issue with that. One day there will come a time in the future where the atrocities of World War II aren't on the forefront of people's minds anymore, and that will hopefully be a good thing. It won't be because even greater atrocities have occurred. It'll be because it just feels like such a thing of the past, historically. Nobody does awful things like that anymore. Hopefully that's our future. But I won't hold my breath. Let me see. Omicron, if someone denies it to my face, I'll throw my grandpa's book of his experiences at their head. Yeah, that's a good question, Fred. Did she actually... Is it a journal of his that he kept, or did he actually... like... not... like, did he write it out, like, as a full telling? I love how Flat Earthers? Sorry, I read that just straight up. I love how flat earthers say that people can be dumb to science, yet what they believe is scientifically impossible with how gravity and light work. McCrock says he wrote a full memoir after he passed away. One of my cousins got it published into it's a book. Okay. I'm gonna need you to join our Discord, which I am going to drop the chat command for. Everybody feel free to pile on in. And I'm going to ask you to drop me a link to that book, because it would be an interesting read to me. But I'm one of those folks who has, like, that morbid sense of curiosity to things. Yeah, I think we all would, Brett. We would all be interested to read that.
Warning. Maximum depth.
Not that I haven't read a couple
Hull
other
damage imminent.
horrible stories. Not just that particular incident, but others. I've read quite a bit of tomfuckery the world over, so... Just to add one more on my deep contemplation of why man sucks as a species. Ah! Silver! Why couldn't you be silver? Danium. Oh, it looks spicy in there. How was that? Blech. There's some loud noises. Okay, Leon, let me know when you get the info. Yeah, okay. I can do that. I don't know if they're for sale anywhere. Each of his kids got one for Christmas. It's My POW Story by Harold Swanson. You get that curiosity from me, says Fred. Yeah, I can admit that. Dad was not interested. Dad could watch a horror movie or two, but morbid curiosity was not a thing of his. Probably because he had very many real-life experiences that ruined that for him, but... Dad didn't like horror stories, or, like, personal horror stories after some time. Wait, these grow beds. Hell yeah, now I can start growing some home batteries. Why is that so loud? I don't like it. Although I also don't see him coming for me either, so... Darkness says, I don't have a morbid sense of curiosity. People have a morbid curiosity for me and all the stuff going through my head. And just like a human centipede, it ain't pretty what you would see. Well, gross. Well, Darkness, it's fine to be morbid, it's not fine to be gratuitous. But everybody has their own limit on what that means, so... I don't know, guess you're on your own, do your thing, man. Truth is, Darkness, you strike me as just more of a horror nerd. That's what I was when I was a kid. I loved my horror movie monsters from the 80s. My Resident Evil games and all that kind of stuff. Dino Crisis. But yeah, Fred, I gotta admit, it sparked that weird internal debate for me on, like, how... Like, I just could not buy a majority. I still can't buy that. A majority of people under 40 not being able to name one. I can't honestly believe that they took the time to even do that kind of study, to even know that information. Just sounds like some kind of like, I don't know, overkill done by some reporter who just wanted you to click on their link, I guess. I'm really hoping. Darkness says my family was very horror-centered. Me more than the rest of them. See, I got it from my mom. Who let me watch Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. Fred says, no, I believe it. Yeah, I just can't. I can't have that little faith in humanity or I'll start trying to burn down the whole system. I will lose my shit and start a revolution. An awful one. Yay, Spy Penguin!
Back online.
Mom's a huge Stephen King fan. Yeah, that's another thing that you got me into. Because my mom, Fred here, had a huge collection of Stephen King books on her shelf. Big bookshelf, just loaded with them. And when I was a kid, I didn't really own that many books. I owned books that were either really for kids, or I had books that were just for school. And I don't want to read those because, boo, you're trying to make me. Stupid reading. And so every once in a while I would pull down one of the Stephen King books, even when I was really little, and try to read them. I think the first time I fully read The Stand, I was around 9-ish? 8 or 9? I, like, pulled it off the shelf and just powered through it. We didn't even have a computer yet, so there was a ton of words I just, like, would write in my little English notebook to pull up in a dictionary sometime. Captain Underpants! Yes, I did read Captain Underpants, because that was hilarious. I can't argue with that. You've got me. And then I had my own little book called The Doomstone, and that was also a horror story that was more at my reading level. But my first time getting through The Stand, I was just really young. And it's been perhaps my favorite read ever since. I think when I was like 12 or so, I read it again. Then I read it again when I was 13, and one more time when I was 14, and I like read it like every year for a while. Because I grasped more as I got older. I understood more things. Doctor says, to be honest, I love how people said in a horror movie based off a novel, War of the Worlds, ending was anticlimactic. And that them dying off to a virus was a bad ending, even though biologically it made sense. I mean, it's better than the real life, like, occurrence of Orson Welles doing it on the radio and a whole ass ton of people panicking because they missed the disclaimer at the beginning of the fucking radio broadcast. Used to buy me Goosebumps too. Yeah, that was more of like the school-approved reading, and I didn't hate Goosebumps books. I'll admit I do think they ultimately do better when they were making them as a TV show later. I thought they were better that way. Harder to misinterpret what the hell was going on. But yeah, I liked my R.L. Stine. The other one was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I had one of those 3 books. One of those 3 mental emotion dampeners that were actually written for kids. Robo Penguin. No, I was told, just kind of look around, that somewhere on this island I'd be able to acquire some diamond, but of course now it's storming, a little snowstorm, and I can't see like 5 feet in front of my character. We just throw this guy down. He's been deployed. Whip out my remote, which I already built. Brett says, I'm glad you and Croven caught the reading bug from me, too. Yeah, I know. Although I wasn't really familiar with Croven's reading bug. I won't lie, I'm not really sure what he was all that into reading-wise. I know he did. He liked Artemis Fowl. And a couple others. And honestly, it's kind of ruined some things, because I remember you really love...
Agent online.
Fred says, nope, I am not joking. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't fully read that. Also, nowadays, Captain Underpants and its entire book series are banned in some schools because apparently it promotes rebellious nature or some BS like that. Ugh.
The stakeout begins.
What the? Oh.
Calorie intake recommended.
Until next mission.
Okay, trying to figure out how to control this thing.
Stealth mode activated. Initiating reconnaissance.
We got like a camera mover, we got a grab claw. This is kind of cool. Apparently, I fit in little holes somewhere on this island that I don't know where, and might just Google them because I'm tired of thinking about it. Groven read all the Harry Potter. Oh yeah, Groven did read all the Harry Potter books. I only had one teacher who actually wanted to read the Harry Potter books when they were coming out, and then every teacher after that was like, "No, this stuff's like Christian hating trash or immature garbage," and I never found a teacher again. I can't think of her name now. Bit of a bummer. Oh, I can pick up snow. Try another cave. Let's see. No, we can't have free thinkers in school. That would be horrible. Yeah, I know, right? Now he reads all the anime stuff. Yes, he does. That I know for sure, but that's more comic booky kind of reading. Like, reading's reading, but when you got pictures to follow along, you don't really need to pay attention to the words so much. Let's see. Like, the one thing I was going over, because I finally got Lily to watch Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. And, well, she didn't like it so much. She liked parts of it, but it was really fucking long for her. Which I can kind of understand.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Like, I can kind of grasp that now in a modern era, that's just... It's a lot of movie to sit through. I still love and appreciate all the effort and work put in. But since I read the book, I'll be honest, I don't like Jack Nicholson's performance. Brett says, I just don't understand the way this is headed. Possibly unpopular opinion, but Aragon series was better than Harry Potter. Maybe? I didn't get into Aragon. It was not helped by the movie adaptation, which I have been thoroughly explained is not a good representation of the book at all, and I can totally get that. Darkness says, I was a huge book kid because I read every Harry Potter book twice and a whole lot of other book series, and I will never not say the movie adaptations of the Harry Potter books are basically one-to-one, but with a tiny amount of things changed, like Dudley's hair color. I mean, we don't have fucking Eves, or whatever his fucking name is, who I absolutely hated in the book. Like, the way they described him and all the things he did just pissed me off, and I was like, thank fuck they wrote him out in the movies. Croc says, if the books come before the movies tend to fall flat. That's not always true. I personally believe that Mike Flanagan and... because there's just a couple of very specific directors that I think can absolutely nail it. Mike Flanagan is one. Come on. Frank Darabont would be another. Who absolutely just crushes movie adaptations. The Green Mile is... hands down... just one of the best film adaptations of all time. There it is! I found the diamond! Did I bring the penguin with me? Where's the penguin? Yay. Drop. Drop it. Bam. Yeah, Peeves was an annoying character in the books. Yeah, and I don't think anyone wanted to see Peeves brought to life on the big screen, let's face it. Mama Croc says, with Harry Potter, I know a lot of people didn't like that Brat Dumbledore funeral being left out. I couldn't tell if you meant to say belong, or... like, I was just a little lost there. He's left out was a great choice. It just is. He's such a waste of thought. Diamonds! Oh my god, there's more than one. Oh, just a little cave of mini diamonds. Alright. This is going to make things... no. The inventory's full. Oh, it only has 4 spaces. Well, that's dumb. You programmed this little cave to have 5 items, and you're gonna make me... Well, that's apparently my character. I'm gonna pinch my own foot. Ah! Oh, right in the knee. I don't need any more knee problems. Give me 1 second. Mama Croc says, we playing Minecraft now? Yay, diamonds! Diamonds are very useful in this game, but they're not the, like, end-all difficult thing to find. Diamonds are actually, in both games, a pretty early-on necessity to find.
Spy Penguin Online.
That's a cute voice. Meow. I am Robo Penguin. Penguin? I forget what they call them in this game. I mean, this is the Altera Super Penguin Buddy, but they're designed to represent one of the animals here on the planet. See, I don't like the abbreviation HP for Harry Potter either. Thankfully, we're talking about it, because I would have been saying, like, alright, I don't understand why there's a problem with Lovecraft, and I don't remember him writing anything about Dumbledore. And no joke, that would just be where my brain was going. Because Lovecraft was another one of my childhood favorites, too. I read a lot of that. Teachers didn't want me to read it, though. From time to time. I'd encounter a teacher who's like, yeah, no, maybe don't read about the racist guy. Read stuff from the racist guy. And I'm like, I mean... I don't know how many authors you think aren't racist, but I don't know. There was probably like a whole era of time where that was just the nature of the beast. Okay, well, I fucked up and got stuck on the other side of this big-ass rock. Now I got a Scooty Puff Jr. my way. Back to the show. I did also like reading Poe, thank you. I'm sorry. I could turn around to my bookshelf here and just kind of start naming things off, because that top shelf is literally The Stand by Stephen King.
Interesting.
The entire collection of H.P. Lovecraft works.
To identify where that call was coming from.
Okay, so I was getting a call.
Uploaded to PDA.
I was wondering what that pinging was. The game was not very clear that that was the thing I was supposed to be paying attention to. Material analysis station. And an ion cube. But I've got... Okay, I left off at H.P. Lovecraft Complete Collection. Edgar Allan Poe's Tales of Suspense, which is not a complete collection, but it's there. Then I have The Occult, The Third Deadly Sin, Thomas Harris's Hannibal, and Umberto Eco's Foucault's Pendulum. All great stories. I love all those books. Fred says we can't just whitewash everything like it doesn't exist. No, you shouldn't. And especially since people like Lovecraft would probably, like, not that they'd be all happy-go-lucky about it today, but to see the things he inspired was one of his absolute dreams. It's the reason anyone can make Cthulhu and throw him in a story, is because Lovecraft never wanted it to be a thing like Disney, who bolts down everything they get a hold of and says, no one can touch this, it's ours. Lovecraft wanted people to take cosmic horror and just keep making it into something new and scary and terrifying. And it's not something that I think you can find outspoken, but I ultimately don't believe he personally cared who wrote it. Like, he just didn't want to interact with you if you were one of the things he was afraid of. Darkness is, to be honest, people who loved the Artemis Fowl series were looking forward to the movie adaptation were insulted by it because they changed so many things, like the skin color of characters, how Artemis Fowl acts in the movie, etc. Quite literally changed Artemis Fowl from this kid genius to your average everyday teen who just kind of likes exploring. I did not like the Artemis Fowl movie, ultimately. My brother, who was the bigger Artemis Fowl fan, just kind of shrugged and said, like, it's bad. but he'll watch the sequels if they come out. And I don't mind changing skin color or whatever the hell. That's wildly unimportant information to me, as long as it's the better actor taking the role. I think there's some places you kind of can't do that for very obvious reasons. One of the things that I watched some parts of it on YouTube, but there was an adaptation made of The Stand by the CW, which Fred was telling me was, like, she watched it, and that's kind of all she had to say, and she wasn't a fan. They changed the character of Larry Underwood. They changed his skin color, despite some of the things he encountered being about his race. And whereas I don't necessarily find them it's not necessarily story important, but they were kind of the things that, like, got it embedded in your head about that time period and what their parents were like, or... Because Larry Underwood is a white musician who comes up with this kind of bluesy rock and roll song, and he goes home and his mom starts insulting him on how his music sounds too black, basically. And they made Larry Underwood black in this new adaptation, and then did not, like, flip the script and keep that in there. And I get that it's not really important, but it's one of those things that, like, you read the book and it gets stuck in your mind. What Larry Underwood's mom was like and the things she said to him, even though he had made it on the radio and was kind of successful, and just... See, it was okay, but it had the same complaint with a few adaptation of The Stand. LOL. They changed men to women and skin color. Yeah, I don't necessarily mind the men to women thing so much. Sometimes they do that in a good way. Marvel fans, like myself, may have watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they changed the superhero Flag Smasher not superhero, supervillain Flag Smasher
Welcome aboard,
into a
Captain.
group of people called the Flag Smashers. And his alternate identity was changed into a woman. From Carl to Carly Morgenthau. It wasn't in a good way, I mean. I don't know what you mean. Oh, it was, like... I don't know. There's some changes that just will never bother me. If you decide to switch a male character to a female character for whatever reason, I hope you did it because you just really wanted that actor to do that part. That's a thing I can see being a problem, is you just kind of wanted to make a splash and go, oh, look, we made a traditionally male character female. Applaud us, internet. Like, I don't see a purpose to just doing it gratuitously. Fred says we need to sit down and watch it. Well, I hope I have. I really need to find the time. We need to find the time. I have no problem with that. Okay, so for the mod station, I still just need a computer chip. Means I need some copper wire. Do I have copper here? I hope I have copper. It'd be very embarrassing all the times I pass something and said, oh, I don't need copper. I was okay with Will Smith as James West. Okay, but then they did the rest of that movie. Although, to be honest with you, Wild Wild West is one of my guilty pleasures because it's so batshit. That movie is just insane. It is psychotic. And part of me just absolutely loves it for being so balls to the wall with it. That was more of a joke. It came off sounding wrong. I mean, you're joking, but I'm not. Like, there's part of me that really likes to sit down and watch that movie because it's just such a interesting set of decisions. It's insane. It's crazy. Take an old, like, 70s Western TV show, probably older than that, and turn it into something with, well, like... So at the end of this Western movie, set in the Wild West times, there's a giant spider robot. Being driven by Kenneth Branagh. To reconquer the world for the... To reconquer America for the glory of the South. And it's just... fucking nuts. And I can't lie, I love it. It's so dumb. Fred says, but I do love Will Smith. Darkness says, yeah, the reason why I said skin color is because Butler, aka Artemis's bodyguard, who was the main character, went from this awesome badass who you looked forward to seeing in the books to whenever they turned him into in the movie. I'm not complaining, even though it sounds like it. I'm just putting out what I saw in the movie and opinions. I actually didn't mind the actor they picked to play the Butler. I think he did good. I think it was the script that kind of ruined that character. Because I know what you mean. And ultimately, I do believe they just kind of didn't write it in a way that really let him stretch the like degree of character that he could have put forward to it. Because the guy they picked is a good actor. Whoa, hey, we got 2 band users in one... 3? Oh, it's the same... yeah. Good on you, Darkness. We got 1 more there. Friggin' big follows, idiots. I feel so blessed that they want me to be famous so badly. I also realized to my horror that I put an update in our Discord description. Begone, demons, says Darkness. Don't grace them with such a cool title. Begone, rodents. Vermin. Okay, so I think that's kind of it for build tools. Like equipment that I can slap on and make this easier for myself. So I think it's time to go off to the Phi Robotics lab and actually advance this. Darkness just agreeing me that the actor's good, but the script, ugh. Like I just saw that actor do... He did well in other things, and he had no reason not to do well in that movie, other than poor script decisions. I swear Big Follow's bots are like cockroaches. I mean, I literally believe they make a new account every day. Whoever that person is that runs Big Follows. They make a new account and then they just run down a list of streamers, as many as they can find, live, and just harass them real fast and then turn off. And I'm sure it works for them. I'm sure they get an idiot or two to pay for that. Which is a shame. Throw some sage at them to make them go away. Like a whole sage? I mean, they're a little old and brittle. I guess if you threw them hard enough, they'd still do a lot of damage. I'm just picturing walking into Dumbledore's office and he's like, "Yes, my boy, what can I do for you?" And then he's just suddenly getting yeeted through the door at somebody. I meant the plan, but sure, just yeet the Dalai Lama. Just yeet Dumbledore. Just, Harry, what the fuck? I don't know. I heard hurling... we're wizards and witches. I heard hurling sage at things makes things better. Alright, so now we're headed to the Phi Robotics lab. So we can figure out what happened to my sister. Because that's the plot of the game. We're an actual person this time with a voice and a face. We also have an alien distress call, which I don't think I can reach in my current condition. I need a depth upgrade. Eat some very spicy peppers. It's all about survival. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Okay. Big ice spires with steam vents. Guess this is the place? Why, hello there. Welcome to Phi Robotics. Yeah. I don't know how well, Fred, you remember The Shining. But other than killing Dick Halloran, I was not a fan of how Jack was portrayed so much. Neat. Okay, like, can't scan anything. Ooh. Okay. Got a first aid kit here. Fishy tank. Fishies in them. Cold suit fragment. Nice. Zeta's bed.
New blueprint synthesized.
Oh, that's cool. I can have a bed with Subnautica 1 themes on it. Hoverball poster. Nerd out, driving in too deep. Why don't you like it? I'm just curious. I liked it. I didn't really like Shelley Duvall's character. See, and that's crazy, because I think Shelley Duvall's the best part of that movie. Not that Jack Nicholson's necessarily bad as a horrifying character, but he's not fucking Jack Torrance. He's just Jack Nicholson being a creep. Like, I can't get behind it because his character doesn't transform into a monster. Because if you read the book, The Shining, Jack Torrance was a man torn by his alcoholism and was very afraid that he would hurt his family. And it was actually something that scared him. He cared. He loved Danny. He loved Shelley Duvall's character. She was always so mousy and annoying. I genuinely think it's one of the best performances of all time. Like, she is fully committed to this character, and Stanley Kubrick's fucking torture of her to make her into that character. Alien Gateway! So cool. We found these all kinds of times before. Architect teleporters. But like, Shelley Duvall is actually a character who slowly develops over the story. Danny Lloyd doesn't do a bad job playing Danny Torrance. Like, I can't complain. It's kid acting. It's probably better kid acting than most kid acting. And then Jack Torrance is just Jack Nicholson being an angry dick. Penguin robot poster. Awesome. And a map. So we're here. There's like a radio tower across the ice. They have another little hidden base in the halfway point. Yeah, where is in the... Oh, and the other thing is just kind of the ending. The ending is probably the best part about Kubrick's Shining. It's really good. In the original, though, Jack Torrance is left to realize that he will hurt his family, and in a kind of paranoid moment, like, cranks the boiler up, and then when he goes crazy, and he, like, chases down Danny, and Danny's like, well, I know something you don't know, and it's that my dad messed with the boilers, and he runs off to, like, try to, like, the ghosts possessing him and try to make him stop the boiler from exploding, only to have Jack Torrance kind of fight them off long enough to die in the ensuing explosion and fire. Which isn't a better ending, but it's not a worse ending. Those are two equally good ways to go about that story. I just feel like Jack Torrance should really go from being a loving father to the monster we saw.
Hi, you. How's everything at Pengling Central?
Pengling!
Oh, fine. But I haven't heard anything since giving the footage to Zeta. It's been, what, a week?
Did she promise you a report?
No, but I expected some kind of reaction. Maybe I should take it up with Emmanuel. It is Kara, after all, and it could cause a lot of suffering if it got out.
Why would it get out? We have professional containment and know how to neutralize it in an emergency. Sam, I love you, but you don't know what you're talking about.
You love me? Wait, why do you know so much about this?
It's my area of research.
Why are you being evasive?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something, and then you have to drop this crusade you're on before you damage your career. We're researching the bacteria.
What kind of research are you doing?
I
Oh,
don't want you
shit.
worrying about this. We are aware of the possible
What did you think of
downsides,
the
but they're
mini
far
TV
outweighed by the
series?
potential.
I think they did Jack
That's as much as I can
Torrance
tell you.
better, and that's the only
Sam,
thing they did
I need to think.
well at
I
all.
have to go.
He does go from being a dad genuinely concerned about hurting his... Like, he actually transforms over the course of the miniseries, and then the rest of the miniseries is kind of bunk. Like, I appreciated some of the changes Kubrick made, like Tony's not a real person. Tony's not a ghost he talks to. Tony's just The Shining. And Danny Lloyd doesn't understand, or Danny Torrance doesn't understand it. And in the books and in the miniseries, Tony is actually a person, and it's a stupid reveal. What are you? Land Chompy. You're grumpy, aren't you? Oh, no, 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 no. Ah! Oh, God! You're really grumpy. Can't run any faster! Good thing it doesn't seem to be able to do that either. Back in the cave. Need to warm up. Yeah, the mini series wasn't great. I wasn't a fan of the actor they chose for him either. Jack Torrance. What I did fall absolutely in love with was the sequel, Dr. Sleep. That is one of my favorite movies of its year. Maybe even one of my favorite movies I've ever. Very fucked up, for one. Which isn't a requirement or anything, but... And it just tackles something very different. Okay, so I'm fighting freezing to death a lot in this place. And they gave me that thermal suit, and I might want to go figure that out first. Before I keep trying to explore this frozen wasteland. And Fred, if you had any other reservations about watching Dr. Sleep, I'll tell you that Lily loved it. And Lily doesn't like anything. Just never fucking likes any. Ever. Alright, that was worth sticking around for. Now I have a weird snow cat hover bike thing. Fred will be right back. Okay, we'll be right here. Trucking along Subnautica. Hope I didn't lose anybody else going way too in deep on my Stephen King love there. I wasn't as much a fan of the Dr. Sleep book, though. But I can keep that to myself till somebody around knows what I'm talking about. I can't make that jump. Oh god, I gotta go back the way I came. I'm gonna freeze to death. Oh no, 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 no. Is that heat vent actually gonna heat me? Do those work that way?
Hypothermia imminent.
Shut up. Does it spray heat at me? No. didn't pay attention. I do not want this to be my first death. Except I really want to know what that is. Yep, there it goes. Take me! I'm into the light! Ah! I think I just ran off a cliff. So it wasn't gonna matter. Ah, damn it. Thank fuck I didn't play on hardcore mode. You died and lost some belongings. Well, what were they? I wasn't carrying the diamond with me, thankfully. I didn't lose any of the posters or anything. Shit. Well, we froze to death, but we at least made some advancements. I really need to find a sea truck depth module upgrade. I don't know where I would find one of those here in the game. There's gotta be something. Oh, shit. Ramming my sea truck into stuff. Ah. So what's everybody else's favorite horror, if they even like horror? And if you don't like horror, why do you choose to be wrong? It can be like an overall story, just a creepy pasta you really enjoy, but it's something. Janet Leigh once said, "We're all entitled to a good scare." Oh. Got all my diamonds. Make a battery and swap out for a heat blade. Back here, fishy! I need the food! You will be baked, and then there will be cake. The only horror film I actually watched and enjoyed was the movie Mama. I've seen The Collection in theaters, not my cup of tea. I prefer more paranormal horror than bloody gore style. Perfect! That's awesome. Mama's okay. I think the special effects were wonky, and I laughed at that movie, but I won't dog anybody for liking something. I didn't hate it. But I'll admit, The Collection... Now, did you see The Collector or Collection? Is the one's the Collector is the first one. The Collection's sequel. And The Collector is pretty okay, and then The Collection, I absolutely love how the ending plays out, personally. I do like my gore and horror, but I think my favorite when it comes to movies is probably George A. Romero. Zombie films. Especially his first trilogy. Really solid filmmaking. Rock says, I've seen both. The Collection I saw first, though. Didn't know it was a sequel till after. Oh, well... I mean... only spoils the ending, but that's alright.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Like, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of Paranormal Activity. There were big, long stretches of film where nothing fucking happens. And I can't stand it. Also seen Paranormal Activity. I can't stand Paranormal Activity. I can't lie. I apologize to anyone who's a huge fan. Or who actually enjoyed them. I couldn't. Oh, that almost fits. Yeah, that's looking good. Can't play Nerd Out either. Felt more a bad documentary to me. Freaked out my sis while I was watching it. Our unplugged radio turned on. I'm sure that had nothing to do with you either. There's something about Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead that just really grabbed me because there were 3 movies in a series that told very different like stages of how the horror progressed. And it's something that I think most modern movies just let the hell go of. And I can't imagine why. Like, The Purge was slated to kind of feel real interesting, and I was kind of interested. Ooh. I was kind of interested at first, and then I saw that the whole procession happens in a single house. And I was like, so you want to tell me that you have this whole big, like, day of illegal things being allowed, and just...
Fred, great to see you. Come on in.
And just do
You
fuck
don't mind if I
nothing with it,
record
pretty
this,
much.
do you?
Am I in trouble?
Mama Croc says, sadly, no,
You know
my
me.
childhood home was
Just a
definitely
fanatic for
haunted. Stuff like that
details.
happened
And
all
my
the
memory's
time.
not
Things
what it
turned
used to
on
be.
without batteries, objects
I know what
moved,
that's like.
voiced and steps were voices and steps were
Is that
heard
why you've been running
upstairs,
so many
even when you were
personal errands
alone.
for your colleagues?
Interesting.
We asked you to limit them.
So I am in trouble.
That's not how I want you to look at it. Here's what I see. You're a team player. You want to get the job done.
I think I have a pretty good record there.
You want people to like you.
Has anyone complained?
Fred, the trouble is, not everyone is as reliable as you are. Sometimes people need help being where they need to be and concentrating on their work.
All the trips were work-related.
It appears you transported tech for Lil, rather far out from her base.
Well, it needed to go deep, and she needed a sea truck.
Her work is currently on
Snow
surface
stalking
installations.
fur.
She shouldn't be anywhere near the water.
Welcome back, Fred.
No more
Mama
favors
Croc,
to
I've heard and
friends,
seen
agreed?
things
Yes,
too. Not where I live, though.
I keep telling you.
Thankfully.
Call me Manu.
Oh, I could make the first... Well, shit. I didn't realize I could already make the first depth upgrade. I've been trying to figure out how to find it, and it was right under my nose. Glass, lead, and diamond. Diamond, lead. We'll find some quartz. Make some glass. My friend and I go see scary movies all the time. This weekend we'll probably go see the new Conjuring movie. I don't know how to feel about the Conjuring series. Like I said, like I was just explaining, because I asked everybody what their favorite horror movies were. Just to kind of posit a question. And, I think my favorite horror series is George A. Romero's zombie films. Because they all progress. The horror gets worse every time you see it. So I don't know if you want to include yourself in that conversation, or we can carry on about creepy things we've seen and heard. I'll be honest, most of my creepy experiences were, like, real issues, though. Actual stuff. Those are good, says Fred. Mama Croc also says, I have tons of stories about ghosts in my parents' house, the girl, top hat man, the shadow, lady in white, and the creepy floating heads. Woo! Fred says, I also love the Halloween movies. The Halloween movies are a very good series. They're, again, a crazy one in a couple places. But I've grown to fall, I grew to fell in love with the third one, despite not so much the fourth and fifth one. I didn't quite like the new one. I didn't like how they... Like, I liked the revelation that Michael Myers was his sister. Was her sister. Michael Myers was her brother. Sorry. It should have said, like, a lot of them, not all. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can admit, like, I liked 3 other than the really annoying, like, jingle tune that keeps playing over and over again. About how it's gonna be Halloween. Now, I need a plasteel ingot. I got titanium. I need to find lithium. Where the hell do I find lithium? I haven't found any of that yet. Honestly, I kind of miss living in a haunted house. Mine's so boring now. I want to go ghost hunting. I want to take you ghost hunting, Fred. That sounds like a really fun plan. Lily'd probably never let me in this house again, but... Like, if this ever became big and successful, that's one of the things I'd want to do, is, like, save up money, and just me and Fred go on, like, 2 trips a year where we go to haunted places. That'd be really fun. Now, where in the blue dickens do I find a lithium? It can't be deeper than 150 meters. Because this shuttle wouldn't do that. I really need to figure out how to recharge this. I forethought you meant Halloween Town movies, and I'm like, those aren't scary. Then I remembered that there's a horror series about Halloween. I've gone to a couple haunted places in Ohio, very fun. We've been to Mansfield Reformatory, which was kind of boring for me. I more liked it because of the Shawshank Redemption, another Frank Darabont adaptation that was just as good, if not better, than the book, because the book did not have Morgan Freeman.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Depth issues. Where would I find lithium? Oh, wow, look at that. I just found a whole bundle of that coral. I'll have to keep that one in mind. But I'd love to go to Salem and see a lot of that kind of stuff. I'd love to go to some of the haunted castles in Europe, where you can kind of stay for the night. And likely get murdered by like, hostel-style hotel employees. Big grumpy monsters, stay away from me. Alright, well now I'm... Okay, so I can swim down there now. Let's see. But you can do an overnight ghost hunt at the Reformatory. At least you used to be able to. There's a bunch of them throughout the states you can stay in. I would love to do something like that. I think you and I'd do okay. And I think the only reason we'd ever find ourselves having to leave is if we took Kroven with us. And not so much that I think Kroven would wind up afraid, so much as Kroven would just really not want to be there. Like, just... Like, I could be home playing video games. That's what I picture. Pause the game here and catch up with chat. Let's see. It was during the summer when my entire family was piled up in our parents' bedroom, because the summer was so molten hot, like 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and it also saved the electric bill from getting overly high. But anyway, during a night, when all of us were asleep, there was a loud bang in the kitchen. When we went to the kitchen, there was a pot laying in the middle of the floor. Nobody could have gotten to it without waking everybody up and getting caught. Nice. It's pretty awesome. The Athens Asylum was fun. Pretty sure it's called the Ridge now. And Fred says Kroven wouldn't go. You say that, but there are some things he might do just to be part of the family, I guess.
New technology acquired.
He just ultimately might not be fun to bring along. Hydrothermal spires. Oh, well, I guess I'm out of lead, so I should grab that. No silver, but we'll take the titanium. It's always useful. Asking Darkness if he was ever afraid. I mean, realistically, I imagine the answer is yes. But we will wait. See what kind of answer he gives us. He did say he was a kid, so it's not like it'd be weird. The whole family piled together. I imagine you were pretty young at the time. But I guess I shouldn't read too deeply into that, huh? Give me all of the silver. And titanium, I guess. Lead's good. We're gonna need lead for things. Boop. Alright, that's probably too much silver. Not that I could have enough, I guess, but... Just, oh, no. Need to come up with a different crag. Doctor says, not so much of ghosts and the like. Yeah, I better not drown. Hang on. Push myself back in my sea truck here. To play pranks like opening all the cabinets when they were previously closed act, but the thing that was in my closet liked to talk to me at night. Damn. I think that's lithium. Sweet. Okay, so I'm in the right place. Video game one. Conversation-wise, I don't know. I've never been enthralled by too much in a scary way. Probably because I was sort of raised in horror and just found it fascinating and cool most of the time. Because my mom was a responsible parent that allowed me to be exposed to and learn all the things. And that's the way I'm sticking to my story about it. It was a horrible mom. You were not a horrible mom. You were the best mom. Any child would have killed to have a mom like you. Like, if I was having nightmares and you, like, kept showing me horror films, like, no, your nightmares will go away. Yeah, maybe you'd have been a bad mom. But it's not like you showed me anything I didn't handle. Like, you kept me very aware of reality, so... That motherfucker just chomped my ship. Listen here, you ugly crab-faced motherfucker. Ugly beaked-ass shithole. Stop trying to chomp holes in my ship! Suck it! I love that the impact physics are a little more cruel in this game. In the last game, you could not do that. In this one, you can just be like, fuck you! Turn around and ram something and it dies, like, instantly. Means I can scan it. Can I? Nope. Can't scan it. It's really big, though. Like, look at me next to it. Definitely dangerous. But not really laying on a lot of damage there. I'm being honest. Let's see. Darkness says, it told me its name was James, and it still talks to me to this day because he followed me and moved out of my parents' house. Proud to be interested to know what James said. Mama Croc says, I remember my sister's friend getting so scared. She saw the little girl ghost in the kitchen while getting a drink. Went and told my sister that I was awake, but I was upstairs asleep. She refused to come over to my house ever again after that night. Well, that's explaining a lot, I guess. I don't know, Mama Croc. I know you in person, and part of me feels like it's the kind of pranks you'd pull. Just ruin friendships. Just like, oh, it must have been the ghost. Although, in all seriousness, I do have some level of belief that there is some supernatural elements. There are things we just won't understand as a species, ever. And, like... And I think it has more to do with the fact that just evolutionarily, we don't magically have all the ways to sense the world around us. Our 5 senses can only perceive those 5 fucking things, so... Let's see, funny that she got scared by the most harmless ghost in the whole house. Could have been the Top Hat Man. He hated ponytails and would rip the hair ties out of our hair. Well, that's a mighty intense experience. Physical contact? How come you guys never, like, sold it to TV and stuff? You could have been the one they were writing about, not The Conjuring. Lithium. I think that's enough lithium for now. I can build the depth upgrade, and that's what I need to actually advance this game. James usually asks simple questions like how was your day, etc. Sometimes he'd ask, and still does, about who hurt me that day. Wow. Who the person was that was bullying me at school. The next day, they would get ill and stay away for days on end. Why? Whoa, that is a power you should not be abusing, that's for sure. Darkness, did you ever read Odd Thomas? Oh, that's another good book. Another excellent series. Back to the sub. We can build a quantum locker. Storage solution which shares all content with all other quantum lockers. That is the shit. Too bad I could only make one. James only asked those questions if I came home with cuts and bruises. I mean, that's fair. I mean, why else would he? Unless he planned to give you some. He doesn't sound like he did. He sounded like a very benevolent spirit that just wanted to protect you. Odd Thomas is probably the best thing ever written by Dean Koontz. Although my brain keeps telling me he more produced the books than wrote them, but I can't recall. James sounds like a ride or die type of friend. Yeah, I need more. I need more friends like that myself. I've got like 2. And I've got my mommy, who has been nothing but a pure joy and inspiration to my entire life. Got to build the fucking thing. Oh, I can't. Oh, I need 2 enameled glass? Really? 2? That's how we're doing this? I need another diamond. Back. Fred says it's getting deep in here. Yep, better go get your waders. Shit's getting deep.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh. Well, so much for deep, because now I'm,
Vital signs.
You want to talk about deep? Let's see how deep we can go now. Funds. We've got them here in this chat. Access them upgrades. Now we can go to 300 meters. Woo! As we go to the pilot's last known position. Maybe we can go to the alien distress call. I didn't know we knew many aliens. Or how to recognize their distress calls. I've always been a kind spirit in my eyes. Other people would say I should get my house cleansed. But that's like kicking out a good friend of yours because a random person said get rid of him. Right. We get it. We get ya. James is good to you. And unlike Mike Myers smashing the face of TV and movie darling, his name won't come to me now. Because of course it won't. I need it right now. Come on, brain thing. Danny Trejo. There it is. We smashed Danny Trejo. Like, he was good to you, Mikey. And you wouldn't do that. He was good to you, and you're gonna be good to him. That's all that matters. Darkness, if he isn't scared, then there's no need to get rid of him. Yeah, Fred, like the spiders. I think the only reason I thought he was scary was because he was able to make people ill. I mean, that is a terrifying power, and you have good right to be concerned, because, like, what if he misinterprets something you say one day and makes somebody ill you wished no ill upon and wished no ill upon you? Not that I'm claiming that's a thing that will happen, just one of those things that pops into my head when I think of that kind of power. Omicron says, first off, spiders are scary, and if they come into my home, they are trespassing and get what they deserve. Okay, well, I don't think James asked to live there either. Just saying, like, it's not just fair to assume the ill intention of spiders. They just kind of want to eat small things and be in a corner somewhere. Alright, we're headed to the pilot's last known position, because I think that's the only place I can reach just yet. I probably should have prepared for this expedition better. I do not have enough fluids. Here we are back at Delta Island, where she jumped off the backside. And spiders bite. Brown recluse as well. I mean, I do take some issue with brown recluse just because they can be very aggressive. Like if they make a nest in the corner of your room and you sleep underneath them, they may look at you and go, no, my space. And like find a time to sneak down and give you a little nip. They're not, like, they're recluse spiders, so that's not common. But it's still very much a thing that they...
Detecting stern of an astronautical salt transco vessel nearby. Vessel name, Mercury 2. Inoperative.
But it's a thing they can do, so... I will sometimes make an exception and kill them when I see them. The trouble is most people see house spiders or hobo spiders, assume they're brown recluse spiders, and will kill them for that same reason. We're detecting a ship down here. Mama Croc said, ghost spirits are usually there first, and just allow living beings to be their roommates. Yeah. I mean, what else are they going to do about it? They get grumpy. And then you just kind of go, okay, but there's exorcists, so maybe chill on that grumpy factor, bro. Brett says, Mama Croc, I agree. If I'm outside and I see one, I leave him alone, but you come in my house, all bets are off. Darkness enjoys James's company. It makes me feel like I'm not alone, because I only got a single Cato, and he will sometimes open a cabinet to let me know he's there. Aww. Well, that's very sweet. Fucking chompy boys. Alright, now we're hitting some depths. What's that? Well, those look big and grumpy. Squealy. Squealy grumpy pusses. Are they attacking? They don't look like they can. Whoa. Okay, they can be violent. They can be violent, but I can be violent back! I love how much more durable your ships are in this one. It's how I solve problems, okay? Headbutt. Alright, here we are at the pilot's last known location. Ooh! I am liking this. This is a little spookier. But seafaring-y. Big spiderweb corals. Oh. We got ship chunks.
Detecting bow of an astronautical salt transco vessel nearby. Vessel name, Mercury 2. Inoperative.
You already told me that. To be honest, I appreciate it. Tell me 1,000 more times if you have to. I think it's starting to thunder outside. Make sure they can't hear me. They can't eat me here. Sea truck aquarium module fragment. Oh, I can put modules on my sea truck. What? Like it'll actually be like a little sea trolley when I'm done with it? That'd be kind of cool. You're just kind of towing along like a bunch of little truck pieces. They're very loud. I don't like when they're loud. Liking that music pick up a little bit. See, I think the reason it chose me over my siblings is because I was bullied by the teachers, and a lot of the students there just wanted to console me and try to uplift me from the mindset I had at the time, and it worked. Cool. Yeah, that's really rough. We had a couple of bad teachers, not many. Like, I remember having one teacher who wasn't a big fan of me, and it's because... I don't know. It's hard to say. Because back then I didn't really have a good word for what the things I believed in were. And... oh my god, look at this big whale boy! This flappy whale boy! So that's kind of cool. We got a big derelict sunken ship. Oh, I'm hung up on stuff. Oh. Goddamn Squidward faces. Trying to see if there's a way in. But like, alright, so I didn't really have a good idea for, like, what to call what I believed in, and I just kind of, like, expressed that in class during, like, holidays, and I remember getting kicked out of the class for it. Because I was... I remember what was written on the one little thing. That never really went anywhere because they didn't end up doing anything about it, ultimately. What was written on the little paper on her, like, documentation said, confusing other students. And confusing and distracting the other students was written on the paper. I'm like, it's not like I sat there and said Santa Claus isn't fucking real to the other kids who still believed at that time. You know. Didn't have anything to do with that. See, students being assholes is one thing to deal with. It is much worse when teachers are against you. Glad you got past that in your time in your life, and it sounds like you're doing much better too, because for some reason, that's what Mama Croc had to say. Darkness responded with, because for some reason autism isn't a special need and should be looked down upon in that school. No, that school should be looked down upon for allowing that to happen. That's not okay. I will never understand prejudices held for people for things beyond their control. Because ultimately, so what? Your brain works different. It's pretty much the gist of my understanding of autism. It doesn't work the same. It's not incorrect, and it's not, like, you know, impaired. It's just different. Computes differently. And thus obviously you behave differently and stuff. Can't imagine why anyone would hold that against you.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die again. Because I are the smart. Like, I don't want to try doubling back now. I'm, like, almost where this frickin' pilot is, so that I can have... You're important. Or were important in the last game. I can't imagine you wouldn't be in this one. Make an outdoor grow bed and, like, force grow some of these. Oh, it's such a lucky day to die to dehydration. Rubies! Finding all the good stuff down here. Except I lost my shuttle there for a second. A description of autism for me is basically on par, but since autism is very weird and chooses to be different depending on who has it. Okay. I think that's just kind of, I don't know, it's just how I've always perceived it. Having met a lot of people with autism, it's just, like, you have to live in a world where brains work mostly in a similar fashion, and no one can cope with the fact that it doesn't, and systems aren't built in a way for your, you know what I mean? Like, it's, and that causes people to think it's some kind of...
Warning. Maximum depth reached.
Oh, shit.
Hull damage imminent.
away. From what? I don't even know who you are.
Marguerite Maida's the name. You're on my turf.
Great. Can I come in and warm up?
What part of go away do you not understand, Altera?
I'm not with Altera.
But I think that causes people to perceive autism as a thing of, like mental failure, and it's just not. It's not accurate to say that. Oh, she's got herself a whole little base down here. Looks like it's been here a while. It's starting to get all alginous. Alginous. Well, she keeps telling me to fuck off, so I better go inside. Say hello to everybody. Scan all of her things, like her moon pool. Ah, now I can build a moon pool. She's kind of scrapping out all the Altera stuff. I can scan her prawn suit. Can I get a prawn suit already? Oh, shit. I forgot about dehydrating. Man. That's all I got. At least I know where to get them. Alright. I feel a cutscene coming on. No shit! Oh no. You tamed one of them snow monsters!
Stay off my land.
You trained that thing?
Next time I'll let him tear you to ribbons, Altera.
She has a
I'm not
Reaper
with
skull!
I'm Robin Ayu. I'm looking for information about my sister Sam. I think you might have crossed paths.
Hydration.
Bull crap. I suggest you take the time you need to come to your senses and then get off my sea base. If you're not Altera, why don't you disable that damn tracking satellite tower instead of barging into my sea base? Maybe once Altera's off my back, I'll remember something about your sister.
I love how
Some
scary the
junk on that table
Snowstalker.
that might help.
I love the scary
I couldn't get it
Snowstalker
to
puppy.
work.
Red says, to be honest, I don't really know anybody with autism. We went to school with a couple. Atypical-minded folks. And they were all nice people. They just kind of didn't brain completely. Like, the same as everyone else is more what I mean. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna scan all your bits and pieces. You also don't have water, which sucks. Massive egg noodles. Okay, well, as fun as this has been... Chris says, yeah, but I'm old. I mean, and that's the other thing, is you might know plenty of people who have autism, but but were never diagnosed because it wasn't a recognized thing when you were growing up. Who knows how many people you know have something.
Seek fluid intake.
Shit! Okay, we're gonna start dying to dehydration now because we don't have any consumables for liquid. Oh, it's just gonna start killing me at a very fast rate, and now I'm getting stuck on stuff because I'm rushing, trying to get out of here. I didn't have a beacon either. Fuck. I do have a health kit. Another gel sack! I can eat that for a little bit, to buy some time. Damn it. I don't like eating them, though. I need to find, like, at least one more. I think that'll make... Like, I'll get back there, but if I found just one more gel sack, I'd be able to actually take it back and cultivate it into multiples. Goody gumdrops. Let's go. Where'd my ship go? I turned myself around! Alright, I'm in, I'm going. Okay, so she's... Open your mask, you'll have plenty of water. It's salt water, Fred! Get with the program. Okay, to the surface. Fast as we can. Don't worry about depressurization. That only matters in movies where they're horror and they're doing that kind of thing, like underwater. LOL, drink the alien salt water, yes. Yes, Mama Croc, I think I'll get right on that. What do you say? I mean, to be fair, I can eat the alien fish. So, I don't know why, like, drinking the water would be such a big deal if I was able to desalinate it. Salty. The water of salt. Come on, like, everybody likes saltwater taffies, like, you know. Why not just straight saltwater then? It'd be the same. It's like drinking bleach, it'd just be clean inside. So she said she was Margaret Maida. Why does that name ring a bell? These fucking guys. And we're swimming. And we're swimming. And we're swimming. She wants us to deactivate the Altera radio tower so that Altera can no longer track what she's doing down
Seek
here.
fluid intake.
Shit! We're dying again! And we're pretty fucking far. Can I just eat a fish? Will that give it? No, that'll take H2O away. Oh, but I don't wanna die. Okay, damn it. Don't get out of the ship. I hit the B button too many times. Note, Red Grim Gaming does not promote the drinking of bleach for any reasons. This is just meant as a joke and not taken literally. I don't know if the president could get away with it. I can't see me getting into too much trouble. Uh-oh. Oh, no, not this. Oh, okay. This isn't the same problem. I was gonna say, like, half the zone wasn't loading in, but no, it totally is. Brett says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, good, just keep swimming, swimming. And then appreciates darkness's good disclaimer. Oh, I'm sorry, that says disclosure. Disclaim. Doesn't matter. Thank you all the same. Okay, we're getting there. We're making it. Oh no, I can't believe I found gel sacks and lost them. Make aerogel with that shit. It allows you to build bigger and better machines. Not cook food, water. Almost fucked that up.
Seek fluid
Ah!
intake.
Woo! Well, we lived. I'd like to remind everybody that the act of breathing water is not healthy for you. Oh, right. See what happens when I try to focus on my work, says Fred. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what you meant. It didn't feel like an accurate use of the word disclosure, but it's fine. We understood you. We got you. We understand. So if I can get some of them frost vase plants, I can make purification tablets, which will let me make, like, big filtered water. Because I need to start stocking stuff up when I go on long expeditions like that. Cannot believe I lost out on gel sacks. As fun to say as it is to eat. Large room, glass dome. Oh, I can't do that. I guess that's only for, like, my moon base. Moon pool. Not moon base. Fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force. They got these exterior grow beds, and I can start making the things I actually need to survive down here. Nope, nope, nope. I hit the wrong button. There we go.
The grow bed
Moon
lets
base.
you grow plants and vegetables, providing flavorful options for evading scurvy.
I mean, I wouldn't be eating stuff in that grow bed. That grow bed's for, like, the plants I use for batteries and gel sacks, and I could even grow some of that creep vine over here so I don't have to go hunting for it. Speaking of hunting for it, I definitely need to start catching a bunch of these fish. Gather up some water to go back, so I can get the gel sacks I need. Without dying. A definite expert step of survival is to not die. There we go. Get some food and water in my system. Hate how she moans. That's weird. Why would you make that a thing, game? I do have a ribbon plant. How does planting a ribbon plant work? I'm assuming, like in the last game, you can break it to get seeds, which will get more seeds than the planted item. I hope. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Alright, you get 5. So now I can plant those. And now I have 6 of them ribbon plants when I come back. And then I could do that same thing with the gel sacks and everything else that I may want to grow here. Useful shit that I don't want to have to go hunting for again. Can't believe I almost dehydrated. That. You'd think this was my first Subnautica game. Maybe my first playthrough of this. But in total Subnautica playthroughs, this is like 8. You think I'd be used to just making sure I have some fucking water lying around. Ah yes, flavorful options. I do enjoy eating basically growable battery acid. Don't we all, though? Like, what else is in McDonald's? Like, I don't know. I laugh very nervously because I ended up eating McDonald's today because I was bummed that I wasn't on stream on time and decided let's just go with the quick fix. Definitely gonna craft a first aid kit. I'm gonna need one. I still have some damage on the person. I don't have any other use for silver other than wiring kits that I know of, so I suppose I should just have one waiting in the wings. Because I'll need an advanced wiring kit or something. Oh, cool stuff. I believe I have a spare battery sitting somewhere. Oh no, the battery's one of the things I lost when I died. Shoot. Well, shit. I'll make another battery, because I was gonna say I can make the thermo blade, and then I can cook food wherever I am. Yep, aerogel's made exactly the same. I need a copper ore and 2 of my ribbon plants to grow already. Let's just swim out here and stare at them, because as we all know, a watched plant always grows. Yes, I will need all the disclaimers, Fred. If there's anything I will always need, it's to be disclaimed by more credible people than myself for the very awful things I say. Get one more bottle of water. And then we're gonna head back out, because hopefully I can get more gel and more rubies. Doctor says, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of cold area, like in the original Subnautica with the lava zone. I'm hoping there's another lava zone. Mostly for continuity, because everything's very frozen over up top, but the water temperature is warm enough to be comfortable to Robin, his character. So there has to be like a countering amount of heat below me. Oh, I already have some ribbon plants waiting here. Sitting here like a dope. I've got ribbon plants and I've got a copper. Let's get a thermo blade. Smashing through the boundaries, lunacy has found me. Can I kill the battery? My Metallica impression for you.
Aboard, Captain.
Thermoblade! That's not a knife. This is a knife. It's all heaty. Heat stabs. Ooh, I can almost make that sea truck upgrade. Depth Mark II. So I'd need to pull out the original kit, make an enameled glass, which I can do. It'll cost me probably my last diamond. How do I make synthetic fibers? We'll worry about it another time. I, right now, want to go get my jelly bags. Just gonna call them jellies. That sounds less mentally offensive. Calling something a sack just doesn't quite work when you're immature. Fred, I could always stab a bitch, but now I can thermo stab a bitch. Like when I get up on these fish and give them a whack. Boom! Now it's already cooked. I don't care if the physics doesn't work on that. It's very convenient for the game. And now next time I'm dehydrating, I can just swim out, whack a bunch of fish to death, and just eat them, because they give you like a minuscule amount of hydration back. Now we're headed back to... Nope, that's the alien distress call. Did it? Okay, there we go. Pilot's last known location. Yeah, he looked like a bitch. Have you seen Marcellus Wallace? Yeah. Does he look like a bitch? What? Does he look like a bitch? I love that movie. Still probably Tarantino's best work. flashing lights off the sides. Admittedly making me nervous. Like the way some of the textures kind of glow just out of your vision. I do not see what's roaring at me. Whoa. Oh. Just one of those losers. Right, I called you a loser. Darkness says E. Don't understand why. But he said it, so we're here. Hope it doesn't storm too much longer. I have an oil change to do today. Oh, shit. I was looking at that weird angel-y fish. Oh, fun fact, there was a plan for an ice dragon, but it would be so large that it would have to make another area, making it even larger and even more complex, so they scrapped it. Darkness says, I am absolutely random. What were you expecting? I actually thought you were being referential to something. Or that maybe you slapped your hand on your keyboard by accident. An ice dragon would have been kind of cool. I would have loved to see...
There is a large anomalous mass of rock that has broken away and risen above the surrounding terrain.
Oh, fuck. I was just about to say, I feel like I shouldn't swim up there to figure out what it is, but at the same time, like, it's the whole point of the game. You gotta explore, we gotta know! What? Like lily pads. Fishy lily pads. Fishy pads? Kinda cool. They're like slowly picking everything up from the surface of the planet. I do love this stuff. The weird things they come up with. Previous Subnautica was giant weird jellyfish that like grew and inflated on things. What are you? Look at that! Look at that weird like seahorsey thing. Trying not to ram it with the ship. We must go deeper. That's where all my jelly babies will be found. Don't you dare. I'll rock your fucking world, bud. I should have fully repaired this thing before coming here. Oh no! Well, that's not good. Shit! The hell is that? That was just like a particle. Well, I fucked up and brought like not enough power to this. So I guess I'm going to zip to the surface and just power paddle my ass back home. Darkness said if I slap my keyboard, it would look like. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, I can't climb up on the lily pads. There we go. These don't be like a Venus flytrap kind of situation. That would be very tragic as I go into my menu and... or go into my tools and start swapping my batteries around. Fuck, I hope they don't destroy my sea truck. In the last game, creatures would just randomly attack your abandoned vehicle sometimes. Like, I need to paddle back, I need to make a couple power cells and replace them. All while avoiding these fucks. Ooh. Grab one of those angel-y fish while I'm on my way, though. Silver linings, people! It's all about silver linings. Oh, it's giving me the willies. Anybody else getting the willies? Ugh. Ooh. Pretty. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming. Oh, I wish there were some air plants down here. Oh, I don't like being out in the open water. I'm a smart fishy. I hide in the crags and along the corals. Or in my sea truck that I fucked up and needed to abandon because I'm an idiot. 700 years later, and we're still swimming. One eternity later. Still swimming. This is fun. Still swimming. An unbearably long time later. Yeah, I know. Again, like, this isn't my first rodeo with Subnautica. You think I'd be used to the concept of making sure I have a charge in all of my stuff and, you know, being a functional diver. I'm still just like, fingers crossed they don't. Still just fingers crossed they don't, like, randomly wreck my sea truck while I'm away. I hope they leave it the hell alone. Get a sippy. Featherfish! Well, guess what, Featherfish? We're gonna find out what you taste like! Dogs are kind of losing it. I think Lily may have come home. Which would be nice depending on the weather, because I can get on with shit I gotta get done today. I need these ribbons. I need this rubber. And I think I just need to steal one of the batteries out of my thing. Nope, up here. Electronics, power cell, 2 batteries, and a silicone rubber. So what am I missing to make a battery other than maybe? Okay, so copper ore. Just keep swimming. Background borks. Borf. Them's my boys. Always in the background and always borking at things. Oh. So, what I think I'm gonna do, just for brevity's sake, because I do want to retrieve my sea truck before we end the stream, is I am going to, and hopefully get a gel sack in the process while we're down there, is I am going to just outboard my 2 weakest batteries and turn them into a power cell. Then I'll have 50% power. Let's see. Character says, I feel like you aren't gonna like a Leviathan later in the game. Really? Probably not, no. Although I heard Reaper Leviathans and nothing of their ilk are in this game. And my brain was a little let down by that fact, despite the fact that they were utterly horrifying. Gonna drop things I don't need, because they're things I don't want to lose. Take this titanium with me. But I don't want to lose these rubies or that lithium. Just in case I get killed in this process. Food, flares, thermoblade. We'll keep all that with us. I just gotta make a mental note to build 2 batteries when I come back. Otherwise, I'll have no power to my equipment. There's a Leviathan that trumps Reapers, and it's in this game. Goody! Just what I wanted to hear. Alright, time to travel an entire fucking kilometer again. We travel on the surface as much as we... As long as we're in, like, the safe bits. Try to get the air as much as possible, because once we're in the not-so-safe bits, we don't want to be on the surface. Just looking like a tasty snack. It's also superior at destroying your vehicles. Isn't that just a lovely, lovely thing that I didn't need to hear? I didn't want to know! Following me a little intensely there. See why I like to be low to the ground and just risk the air loss. Drowning. It can basically do like 25% damage after 2 attacks. That's way weaker than the Reaper. The Reaper like half-wrecked your shit like the minute it grabbed it. And if it got a hold of your fucking Seamoth, it was done for. One grab, and it was gonna smash it. Oh shit! Didn't realize those things were here. Now can I make 200 and some meters in 45 seconds? I feel like the answer is no, and I hate that. But at least we're under the lily pads. And we can paddle for the lily pads and get some air. Let's see, Darkness says, but in return there are many of them at the... And where there are 2 or 3 that will aggro to you. Okay, well, that's... good to know that it's most likely a set piece, then. I don't know. We'll find out. I just gotta get down here without getting eaten by squid face there. Good, he ignored me. So I think he ignored me. Okay, good. I don't see anybody. Quickly! Swap power cells, get inside! Oh, we can pilot around. Okay. 50% power. Let's get down into the caves, grab a jelly, and get the hell out of here. Jelly! Ooh, and rubies! Yay! Jellies! Rubies! Sea monkey thing! What do you got? Looks like you got like some kind of upgrade. You know what I got? No power in my scanner. That's better. Rubies! 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 We need those. We'll need those now and forever. Prawn suit thermal reactor. I think I already had that upgrade. Oh, but now I have hydrochloric acid. Ultra capacity tank fragments! Ooh, we gotta find more of those. I should stop just swimming around randomly. I fucking got power back to the sea truck. I should probably use it. It's accidentally drowning or swimming into something's mouth. Oh wait, I'm talking in the early access. I forgot they buffed their damage to a high amount, like 35% in one hit. That's still not a lot, comparatively. Although I guess if you're gonna get swarmed by them, it's troublesome. Okay, can't scan anything in there. That's fun. Feel like I'm supposed to be able to, but whatever. Fine, I'll just be dejected and go to the next one and ram my sub into another thing. I need to swap the power in my repair tool and get this thing fixed is another thing I need to do before I get too much further ahead of myself. Oh, it's already equipped. I guess I don't need the Sea Glide battery for now. And they're faster than the Reaper Leviathan and the adult Ghost Leviathan combined? I mean, that's terrifyingly fast. You know, good to know. Ew. Although I will admit, I still have the lingering problem with this game and its fear factor being that I don't feel alone. I don't... But hey, I got nothing against a game wanting to tell a different story with its sequel.
Warning. Maximum depth
Back.
reached. Hull damage imminent.
That's to get back down to Maida's place. Who I think I scanned and stole everything I could take, so... Rubies! But they turn not so well. Well, that's fine then. I think I'll do great against them. Usually my go-to is dance in a fucking circle as hard as I can and hope they don't catch me. Even if that's not the optimum strategy. Keep dinging my ship. Can't scan anything off of that one. Fallen lily pad. Oh, that's cool. These are the... Oh, gotcha. That's an even cooler biome explanation than we normally get. Wait. Sea truck horsepower upgrade. Neat. Sea horsepower. Tons. I've got them. You can fuck off. Mean it. Fuck off. Okay, so I think that was a good turnout. 3 rubies. Enough gel sacks to start a little gel sack farm. And we didn't get eaten, we didn't die, and they didn't blow up my sea truck. Although I'm working on it. Ramming into literally everything. Not as graceful as the sea moth was. Is that blood kelp? Or whatever this game's version of blood kelp is. Purple herpes kelp.
Warning. Maximum
Damn it.
depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
I want to keep exploring. My little heart can't take it. I want to know more and see more. game is willfully not allowing me. You're a different kind of fishy. You're a new one. You're a different kind of fishy. Come here. I don't have any power in this thing. Come here. Come here.
New creature
A
discovered.
newt fish. And here I thought I was the only Sum 41 fan left in the world. Here I am being able to catch me some newts. The sea monkeys are adorable, I must admit, just like in the original game. You can get a pet creature. Yes! I was also informed of that as well because I started talking about doing a sea monkey genocide. And that same friend who told me what they already told me not to kill all the sea monkeys. Alright, I guess we gotta pedal back. We don't quite... I need the next depth upgrade to fully explore this area. Bring my sea truck down to Margaret Maida's level. Fucking Sharky boy. Newt, a fish. Newting intensifies. Loud-ass chompy boys. Now, can I get inside this wreck and download some things, like scan and download some stuff? Get some cool things. Not just, ooh boy, look at my big rusted set piece. Looking for trouble! Fuck you! What you get? Get wrecked! Sea truck used headbutt. Chimpy chompy boys. Yes, indeed. Hate them. They sound much scarier than they look or behave. Although I've never let them nick me in person, so I have no clue if they're way more dangerous. Ooh, little cave. What's in the little cave? Other than things for me to ram my sea truck into, ill-advisedly. Kind of weasel my sea truck into places. I liked that about the sea moth, was your ability to just kind of gently nudge your way into stuff you probably shouldn't be able to get into. Because, like, I would totally die if I just tried to swim through that. There's probably stuff down here that I'm not supposed to be able to get yet. But with just a little finagling, make your way in. Alright, I guess I'll make my way out, because I'll get stuck. I'll save this for off-stream. I swear you subconsciously ram into things on purpose. Nonsense! Why ever would I do that? I built this pretty thing. My desire to smash things like a piñata have long since left me in my juvenile days. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. Triple fuck. Also got turned around and now I'm heading the wrong way. Fuck off, chompy boy. I outswim you! Ultra quadruple fuck. No, it's over fuck. double fuck, triple fuck, over fuck. Fucktacular. Fuckatrocity, yeah. Oh, Untra. I didn't see you did that. I didn't even notice darkness. You didn't need to sell yourself out. All right. We got our jelly babies. We met with Margaret Maida, who bugging me. Maida, who wants us to fuck things up for the Altera Corporation, which we're down for, because we're not Altera anyway, as we keep claiming. But I brought the rubies home! Hooray! Golf claps. Just for me.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, I can't build the ultra high capacity tank. So I just need to find enameled glass, which requires my diamond, glass, and something else. And then I need... Oh. You just noticed that? Yeah, there's the jelly boys. Big jellyfish guys out there. Turns out I don't need that beacon to be there, though, because that's also where the Phi Robotics landing pad is. I just forgot to go get it. Now I can make aerogel and polyaniline and cook a newt fish. Eat some newts. Make the things I never make, no matter which game I'm playing. Oh. Oh. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think we did a good job. Make the prawn suit thermal reactor, even when I can't make a... Wait, can I make a prawn suit? Hold on. I scanned Maida's prawn suit. Well, I got modules here. Damn. That's a big letdown. Like, you scan a fully functional thing, you think you'd get to keep it. Or build it, or whatever. That's kind of like the whole basis of it. So I'm gonna leave my guy in the sea truck here. I'm gonna return to Big Cam. Hello. Ta-da. It's me. Death incarnate. Or Leon, if you prefer. Really want to be informal about it. And I think that's gonna close our stream. But I had fun. I hope you all had fun. Oh man, I wish you could make Marguerite's prawn suit. Right? It's got a big stabby hand. I want a big stabby hand on my prawn suit. Developers. Some Subnautica developers. Where's my stabby hand? I want to be able to be stabby. Go Leviathan hunting. She clearly does. Get that Reaper skull sitting there. Bye everyone, nice talking to you, says Fred. Aww. Notorious Nate dropping a lurk. Well, we appreciate the lurk, but we are actually going on our raid. I am finishing this stream. We are closing shop. We are almost done. And we're happy to have you here all the same. Why, Subnautica devs? Why? I want to get stabby on things, and they just won't give me the tools. I don't care if I have to do it manually, and it's really dangerous and difficult. But I want to be able to do it. I wanted to hunt Reaper Leviathans in the last game, but apparently they come back. And I was very bummed when I found that out. I'm like, what if I just really take the time to figure out how to murder them all, and then they'll just be dead and gone? But nope. Nope, can't do it. They're not permakilled. They revive, they respawn. Such a bummer. Doctor says, I want to stab Leviathans with a Reaper mandible arm. Yeah, that's probably what that was. And that's the thing I should have looked at. I should have looked at the documents in-game, whatever I've got on Margaret Nada, because that name is bothering me. Like they were in the first game somehow, or mentioned in the first game, like some kind of commanding officer, or part of one of the survivor logs, or something like that. Like her voice sounds familiar, that kind of rough southern draw kind of voice. So I'm gonna read some of the documentation and figure out who she is. I promise no Googling. Please don't spoil. I know how people love to spoil things. I also love how I just realized I have the tags up for English, any percent, and competitive. Competitive Subnautica. No Googling. No, stop. Not sure what that means. I am old. You must remember these things. Fred says, you fight over stabbing bitches. Right. The big Leviathans, that's all I'm saying. Like, just let me cut them up. Don't understand why I can't. I get why I shouldn't be allowed to in the very beginning, because it would, like, ruin all the tension of the game, but at the same time, totally let me do it when, like later in the game. Alright, so that's gonna do it for me. I think we're gonna go raid Gladiator Gaming. They are playing Resident Evil Village. I just got done playing Resident Evil Village. It's a great game, despite its flaws, its many, many awkward flaws. It's still really fun to play. In fact, I've been replaying it off stream and nearly 100%ed the fucking thing. I'm so close to just completely wiping that whole thing off my calendar. The last two things I have to do is play on the two toughest difficulties. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I think I'm going to stream it. I think I'm going to stream the hardest difficulty, only because it really sells, like, the fun nature of the replay value of the game. If you could pilot Marguerite's prawn suit after you beat the game, I'd be happy. Yeah, there you go. Devs, why are you sitting on this? What's it gonna be? Let me hunt some fish jerks. Jerkfish? No, that sounds perverted. Let's not call them jerkfish. Let's forget I ever said that. So, what I was going to say is I might stream Resident Evil Village again to play it on the hardest difficulty, because the New Game Plus mode allows you to complete, like, the challenges of the game, like the achievements of the game, and they give you points that you can spend in the bonus content shop. The bonus content shop lets you buy different guns, infinite ammo, all kinds of just silly little gags that let you play the game your way, because they just... One of my favorite things about Resident Evil 8 is they designed it just to be fun, so I might go back to that after I finish Subnautica Below Zero and do the hardest difficulty and see if infinite ammo gets me through it. I don't know if I need to turn that off to get the achievement for it, but I would kind of just like to see how obnoxiously you can get through the game. Because one of the challenges I don't have yet is called Dashing Dad, and it's beat the entire Resident Evil Village experience in 3 hours or less. And I think they designed the game around just, like, giving you the tools to beat these kinds of challenges. Uber Mega Fuck You mode is what all completionists hate in RE3. What? Oh, I wouldn't call it that. Like, it just allows you to... Like, granted, I liked more in Resident Evil 4 that you had to beat the game in the difficulty you wanted all of the gag cool stuff in, but I can also see why they didn't want to do that to a modern audience. It's a lot more fun this way, in my opinion. I did appreciate the challenge in Resident Evil 4, having to beat it on Professional to unlock all the extra shit in Professional. The unlimited ammo, for that matter. But I think I really enjoy... I mean, unless it's like one-shot kill in the village of the damned, or whatever they called that difficulty. Thank you, Cheryl, dropping our Twitter one more time if you guys want to go follow us there. We also have a merch store you can check out below, and be sure to follow. Subscribe if you've got the money. Don't subscribe if you don't have money. I don't need the support that badly, but I would appreciate it if you can spare it, because I want more emotes. I want to be able to litter all of Twitch with mine and Lily's faces just innocuously shouting weird stuff. Oh, you read RE8 as RE3. I'm dying of laughter. I did? When? I don't feel that's accurate, but okay. Die of laughter then. But remember to, you know, save a few breaths for next stream, which we will be back Thursday night. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't math well for what that is for my UK friends, and Fred says there will be no dying. I mean, as long as you, like, you know... As long as you make the streams, you know, I won't judge what you do with yourself. You know, just don't do it on a whim of, like, sadness. That's a very permanent solution to an impermanent problem. Keep hanging in there. We love you. I mean that. That's gonna do it for me. We're going on our raid. Let's go wish all the love to somebody who probably just went offline on me. No, still there. Okay, because we've raided, like, the people who are up there right now. We've raided Wineria, D, Kyanite, and Batsy since the last time we raided Gladiator. So Gladiator's it. He's getting the raid. He's getting all our support. Hopefully he's on the doll part and we can all watch him shit his pants. That's a thing, like, since we were talking about horror, that's a thing that really unsettled me. So, I've been Leon, you guys have been awesome. Darkness drops a we would become the guy sprinkling salt, but instead with emotes all over Twitch. Exactly. That's just red grimmy. Where are my sunglasses? That'd be us. Just red grim emotes. Everywhere. Fucking everywhere. But I love you guys. You've been awesome. I will see you next time. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night.